If you don't understand this parable, how will you understand any? The kingdom message is the seed, and your heart is the soil. When we share the message about the kingdom that Jesus preached, we are sowing seed in people's lives. As we see in this parable and Jesus' explanation of it, the place that the seed falls is the heart and the mind of the person who heard that message. He refers to it as the soil. And so each person is responsible for their own soil, for their heart and their mind when they hear and receive this message of the kingdom. The first soil or heart that hears the message about the kingdom does not understand, and that is because it is hard. It doesn't seek to understand, it doesn't care to, it doesn't want to. It can be hardened because of misbelief or unbelief. It is like a hard-packed path or road, and the birds come and just eat it up. That is, Satan snatches it away. The next soil is the rocky soil, and this person honestly and sincerely receives the message of the kingdom with great joy. But when persecution comes because of this truth and because of this message, they immediately fall away because there are no roots. And in order to have roots, you have to be a disciple. And you need to be discipled as well. It takes work. And we saw with Jesus, when they saw that they would have to sacrifice something and it cost something, it says that many people turned away then. And the seed that was growing withers up and dies. Sometimes people's ears are open and they hear Jesus' kingdom gospel. But then life happens, as it does to all of us, and unfortunately the cares of this world take over and in the field of their heart and their mind, and each care grows into a big thorny bush and chokes out the growing plant, and it doesn't produce any fruit. Money, whether you have too much or not enough, can seduce people, and it can become their focus, and this also chokes out any potential growth. The thorns do not give room to Jesus, who could help them and their faith. But we know what happened to the fig tree that did not produce any fruit that Jesus cursed. The last is good soil. Why is it good? It is good because the kingdom message is heard and received, and they invest the time and energy to understand. The good soil is cultivated and it is weeded and the plant is watered and sun can shine on it and it grows and it produces fruit. We are responsible for our own soil. Are we taking care of it? Do we continue to hear and invest in Jesus' kingdom message? Do we water that seed by reading, studying, by fellowship? Are we a true disciple of Jesus? Are we following him and his message and his teachings? Are we weeding out the things of this world that can choke out the growing kingdom seed? If we want to grow in a way to produce fruit, it takes time and effort. We must be disciplined, and at times it is hard work. But it is definitely worth the sacrifice and the effort. If we are faithful doing our part, God will make it grow. If you haven't heard the kingdom message that Jesus preached, please reach out to us. But if you have, reflect on your soil. Is your ground hard? Was that seed of faith and hope stolen by the enemy? Or did you receive what you heard and believed it, but now it is shriveling up and dying? Or there are so many thorns that it's getting choked out? Are you concerned more about the cares of this life? What you're going to eat and drink and what are you going to wear? Are you more concerned and focused on money? Or are you seeking his kingdom first and his righteousness and blessed by him caring for you and meeting those needs? And are you bearing fruit? If we are claiming to follow Christ, to be a Christian, then we must be bearing his fruit. If we are not, we will end up like that fig tree that he cursed. So this parable is not just the parable of the sower. It is about the seed and it is about the soil. If you have received the seed, are you sowing? And if you are sowing the seed, what seed are you sowing? Is it the same seed that Jesus sowed, the gospel of the kingdom? And are you caring for your soil to keep that seed and that plant growing till the end?